On the day's top business news now, Kate Moody is here with us in the studio. And Kate, starting once again here in France, where we're still getting reactions to François Hollande's economic proposals.
Yeah, we're still talking about that press conference, but as you said, focusing on the economic side of it as opposed to the personal. The headline from his press conference on the economic side was this so-called responsibility pact, which he proposed. It calls for €30 billion reduction in payroll charges for employers by 2017. In exchange, he wants them to create jobs and bring down unemployment, which stands at a near record level of 3.3 million people. The new business-friendly Hollande has gotten some support from some of his international counterparts, notably in Germany, where he was praised for charting a courageous new direction, as well as from the European Commission. Let's take a listen.
We believe
that the objectives of the Responsibility Pact, as stated by the French President, do follow the lines and the recommendations we made last year, which were adopted by the Council of Ministers at a European level. The measures that have been laid down should strengthen the competitiveness of French business and have a favourable effect on growth and employment in that country. The same is true for us as far as the simplification measures mentioned yesterday are concerned.
Now, while Hollande is turning to businesses next door in Germany, we're seeing the focus shift from exports to domestic consumption. Official estimates released this Wednesday have showed somewhat subdued growth for 2013, but there's confidence that Europe's largest economy is still on the right path. Sanam Chantier explains.
A weaker than expected economic growth for Germany. Europe's largest economy grew by a sluggish 0.4% last year, down from 0.7% a year earlier. And there's expectation it will bounce back in 2014, with growth of up to 1.7%. It's largely thanks to the German people that the economy has grown. Households dug into their savings, increasing spending by 2.5% in 2013.
Clearly, growth is generated by consumption. Consumption has massively contributed to GDP growth. Other factors like investments reined in growth. So consumption is really the reason behind our good results.
Exports, usually a spearhead of the German economy, did nothing to contribute to growth. They were in fact down by 0.3%, enough to kick off an international debate. The country has for a while been criticised for relying too heavily on its exports, yet Germans are lining up to defend their country's economic model.
The future looks brighter. That means the forecast for the world economy is better than expected. And that is great for German shares, because exports are very important to us.
Germany has proved a pillar of strength throughout the Eurozone crisis, but the economy skirted recession at the start of 2013, before picking up steam from the second quarter on.
Next up, a warning from the UK's finance minister that the country could be forced to quit the European Union if it doesn't reform. George Osborne said the 28-nation EU should alter treaties to better protect member states like his own that don't use the euro. He said given the choice between joining the Eurozone or leaving the EU altogether, he would support leaving.
The European treaties are not fit for purpose. They didn't anticipate a European Union where some countries would pursue dramatically deeper integration than others. And so there is a simple choice for Europe: reform or decline. Our determination is clear: to deliver the reform and then let the people decide. And that's exactly what we will do.
Let's turn to the markets now, which have been boosted by a fairly optimistic outlook from the World Bank, which said the global economy is at a turning point and predicted stronger growth for 2014. That's helped send stocks here in Europe clear into the green. Germany's DAX index closing up nearly 2%. The CAC 40 here in Paris also up over 1%. Burberry did particularly well, its shares up nearly 5%, as it reported strong sales for the Christmas period. Wall Street's also performing well. The S&P 500 has hit a new all-time high during intraday trading, and the Dow is seeing its best day in a month. Let's take a look at some of the business news that's been moving the markets now. Strong results from Bank of America for the fourth quarter, as it said profits jumped five-fold from a year earlier. The country's second largest bank earned nearly $3.5 billion from October to December, as it was able to spend less to cover bad loans. China Mobile has ordered nearly 1.5 million iPhone 5s to kick off its partnership with Apple. China's largest mobile provider is set to start selling Apple products to its 760 million customers this Friday. Apple is making waves in the U.S. as well. It will refund at least $32 million to customers to settle a federal lawsuit. The case involves parents who claimed their children made in-app purchases without their permission and without being asked for a password. Some Apple customers reported hundreds or even thousands of dollars worth of unauthorized charges. And finally, we knew he wasn't happy about it. Now Kanye West has filed a lawsuit to stop the production of the Kanye West digital currency. The rapper says the creators of the digital coin, which was launched as a competitor to Bitcoin, brazenly admit using his name and likeness. As you can see there, the coin uses a cartoon image of him wearing sunglasses, his signature bling necklace, and some kind of a fishtail. He's seeking unspecified damages for the impact on his reputation. It's my favourite business story of the day. We'll send it back to you, Laura.
I can see why, Kate. Kanye West, a man who usually gets his own way. Thank you very much indeed, Kate Moody, there with the business news. And we're going to take a short break, but we will leave you with what's got people clicking and sharing over the past 24 hours. It's time for web news.